I never imagined the day I would look at my own wife and see betrayal in its purest form. My wife Rhea and I had been married for 8 years, sharing a life I thought was secure. A modest home, 2 kids from before we married, and the kind of routine that feels safe. I trusted her completely. I loved her completely. But trust, as I was about to learn, is a fragile thing. It all began when Rhea started acting strangely. Subtle at first, phone calls at odd hours, sudden business trips, unexplained expenses. I dismissed them as normal adult distractions, telling myself that marriage isn't about suspicion, it's about faith. But something inside me refused to ignore the uneasy knot in my stomach. One night, she came home late, her eyes avoiding mine, her smile tight and unnatural. I noticed a small envelope slipped from her purse. Curiosity overrode patience, and I opened it. My hands shook as I unfolded the letter and glanced at the medical report inside, a positive pregnancy test. My mind raced. We weren't trying for another child. We had made it clear we were done growing our family. And then I saw the handwriting on the accompanying note. Not hers, but my brother's. My stomach dropped. At first, I couldn't believe it. The idea was unthinkable. My wife, the woman I trusted most, had betrayed me in the worst possible way, with my own brother. Rage, disbelief, and nausea collided inside me. I confronted her immediately, but she didn't cry, didn't beg for forgiveness, didn't even try to lie. She looked at me coldly, almost proud. Yes, she said simply. I got pregnant, and yes, it's his. The words should have shattered me completely, and they did. Before I could speak, the other shoe dropped. Her mother, a woman I had respected, suddenly appeared at our home demanding I do the honorable thing and adopt the baby. She spoke of family, of shame, of keeping appearances. Her words hit me with the force of a battering ram. The betrayal was bad enough, but the expectation that I should accept the child as my own, a child conceived in treachery, pushed me past anger into cold, calculated fury. I knew I had to act carefully. If I reacted in haste, I would only give them the satisfaction of seeing me break. I needed proof, strategy, and control. First, I confirmed what I already suspected. I demanded a DNA test hidden from Rhea and my brother. It arrived in a plain envelope, but I didn't even need to open it to know the result. The timing, the circumstances, the affair itself, it was undeniable. My worst fears were real. Next, I confronted my brother privately. I wasn't going to make this a spectacle yet. I wanted him to feel the weight of what he had done before anyone else knew. I showed him evidence, receipts, messages, hotel bookings. He paled, stammered, tried excuses, but I wasn't listening. The betrayal was absolute. I left him with a single choice, stay away or face consequences in court and family circles. Then came Rhea. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't beg. I sat her down and slid the evidence across the table. Her messages, the hotel receipts, the DNA test request forms, the records of conversations with my brother. Her mother hovered nearby, expecting a dramatic scene. But I remained calm, calculated, and devastatingly clear. This ends now, I said quietly. You wanted a family secret to be kept. You wanted me to adopt what isn't mine. You wanted me to forgive what can't be forgiven. You miscalculated. You misjudged me, her face crumpled. She tried to manipulate, to cry, to appeal to my family sense, but I had none of it left. I had been betrayed on every level. Trust, loyalty, and blood. I filed for divorce immediately. Custody arrangements were straightforward for our existing children. I made it clear, the baby conceived in betrayal would not be part of my household. The fallout was immense. My brother's marriage, which he tried to maintain as a facade of respectability, imploded. Friends and family who had once turned a blind eye were forced to confront the reality of his choices. Rhea's mother, who had demanded I adopt the child, eventually realized that her schemes to preserve family honor had failed. She, too, lost face in front of relatives who knew the truth. Rhea, stripped of her marriage, her support, and her manipulations, had nowhere to turn. The child remained with her, but she faced the full weight of her betrayal every day. I, meanwhile, focused on rebuilding my life, preserving my children's stability, and ensuring that trust and integrity were the foundation of what remained of my family. The lesson was harsh, but unavoidable. Betrayal is a weapon, and when it is wielded against the wrong person, the fallout is absolute. My wife tried to trap me emotionally and morally, but I outsmarted her and reclaimed my life. I didn't need revenge theatrics. Strategy and evidence ensured that treachery had consequences. Even now, when I see my children thriving and happy, I am reminded that patience, clarity, and calm execution can protect what matters most. My wife's actions could have destroyed everything, but they didn't. They only revealed the strength I had, the foresight I possessed, and the fact that betrayal is never as powerful as careful, measured justice.